I always talk to different entrepreneurs and I always tell them, Store Hub, the company that we build is not the kind of business where you do a little bit of work and make a lot of money. It's actually the kind of business where you work really, really hard to make a decent amount of money. Because the primary or like customer that we serve are SMEs, like they're retailers, they're restaurants, and they're usually the small and medium variety as opposed to the super large kind. And so what we find in kind of like the work that we do is it's really, how do we support the creativity of someone who's just trying to make his grandma's recipe into something meaningful? How do we support the fashion entrepreneur who's got these ideas and this vision for the kind of ways that people can dress, and and how do we support the small, the guys that are trying to do, I guess, to some degree, the fringes of the business community, or the ones who are just trying to build something that is meaningful. I always imagine that in the new heaven and new earth, that food would be a big part of that space, and and I think if there's something good that God would continue into that space, would be like, yeah, man, we would love to have some really good food. And I think when we think about the kind of work that we're doing here, it's how do we point people towards that? How do we support the people that are kind of pointing towards that kind of vision for the world, right? When God redeems the world, what kind of world would that look like? And how do we support the guys that we think are very important parts of that kind of world? And so I think the work that we do, very much, focusing down on the fringes, focusing down on the small, the guys who are just the creativity and all of that. And that's something that I share with my team, and it's quite a good hope and quite a good vision for them. They do get a little bit inspired by, yes, we're about the small, yes, we're about the creative guys, yes, we're about the passionate guys, and how that points towards, I guess, the goodness that God's trying to create here.